Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You all get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. Now, they're going to try and buy your treasures off you for a sum of money on the table today.
I can lay down there's £1,000. How much is going to buy it?
Between 2 and 3,000.
If you don't think that offer is good enough, reject it. Have a gamble, be brave, come with David to the auction, and hopefully I will get you a little bit more money there.
50 is the bid, £1,000 I'll take.
Today the show comes to you from Milford in Essex. There's a great crowd of people. They've come here for one reason. They want to sit down with those dealers. They want to tackle them. They want to take them on. They want to walk away with the real deal.
First to meet the dealers today is Mary with her silver gilt coin collection.
I'm hoping to get about 170. I will try using all my charm and hope for the best.
Good tactics, Mary. But is Henry Nichols feeling generous?
The silver gilt coin collection is something that is either going to sell instantly or it's going to take me a little while to actually move it on because you've got to find that right person that wants it. However, I'm still going to have a go at buying them because I'm always optimistic that there's a customer out there for everything. You've obviously collected these over a period of time.
Yep.
What made you start collecting them?
I saw them advertised,
Yeah.
and I thought they were interesting, and so I started collecting them.
Fantastic. So, Mary, we've got a collection of coins here
Yep.
that are all the monarchs and sovereigns of Great Britain,
Yep.
going from the first king, which was Offa,
Yep.
through to our current queen, which is the dear Queen Elizabeth II.
Yep, correct.
But the problem that we've got is we've got one missing.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
To a certain degree, it's not really too much of a problem because I'm sure that doing a little bit of sort of detective work, we'd probably be able to find the one that's missing again, and then complete the collection. The good thing about it is that you've got the box as well.
Yes.
And so, why have you decided at this point to sell?
Well, I haven't got anybody to leave them to.
Right.
And anything happens to me, they'll only go into the dustbin, maybe just go thrown out. So if somebody can make use of them, I'll be happy.
Fantastic. Well, what I'll do, I'll get some money out.
Yep.
And let's see if I can tempt you.
Right.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100.
Keep going.
Oh, you've obviously got a price in mind already. £120, Mary, how's that?
No, a little bit more.
A little bit
please.
more. OK. How about £130?
Can I have a little bit more?
A little bit more?
Yeah, I'm a
Is the
bit crazy with my little bits, but
Oh, I feel
see, I was a
fate.
bit crazy.
I feel fate. Never say a little bit more. That means I'll give you another tenner.
Oh, no.
So,
Yeah.
140 to 180 is the estimation.
Yes. Yeah.
There's probably about 150, a few pounds more of scrap silver. I'm going to say, if you can get another 20, I would call that a good deal.
Right.
There we are, Mary. So what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to put
Yeah.
another 20 down on the table.
Yep.
That's £150.
Yep.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
One
exactly. One more.
One
What,
more.
one more? 10 or 20?
20.
20. Mary.
Yeah.
Mary. What do I want to do? Do I want to spend 170?
Yes, of course you do.
With that smile, how can I say no? Another 20, 170.
Thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
OK, I've given over the scrap value for them, but at the end of the day, how could I resist such a lovely, lovely lady? She had me over. Perfect.
Hang on, Henry. Haven't you forgotten something? You're supposed to be making money. Over at Jan Keen's table is Terry.
I've brought in 2 Middle Eastern daggers that my husband bought, and I'm looking to sell them for about £100. I'm a little bit nervous about going on, and hopefully David will help me out on the deal.
He sure will, Terry. Best of luck.
So would you like to tell me about these daggers that you bought in today?
Yes, the daggers were bought about 25 to 30 years ago by my husband when we were living out in the Middle East.
Were they bought new?
Yeah, they were bought new.
Right, so they're about 30 years old.
Well, I don't know how old they were when he bought them.
That's what I mean. So you're not sure whether they were modern or whether they were second hand.
That's right,
or,
yes.
Right. Well, yes, because they probably date from around mid-20th century, 1950s, something
Right,
like that.
yeah.
Hazarding a guess. They're not typical of my stock, but I think they are actually rather nice quality and very decorative. And especially this one. This is like a sort of silver plate on copper. You can see some copper coming through.
Yes.
And this one here is rather more exotic and has got the stones at the top on like a sort of wooden, sort of horn handle. And I believe that to be silver.
Right.
And obviously the provenance of where they've come from, Middle East, would sit right. Quite what you do with them, I don't know, because I think you would be a bit dodgy to walk around with them now. So, Terry, any ideas what you're looking for?
Well, I'll leave that up to you.
I thought you might. A stab in the dark, then.
Oh, good one.
Let's have a go. So if we say £70 for the 2 daggers. Am I moving in the right
You're
direction?
moving in the right direction, yeah.
But not quite enough?
Not quite enough, no.
So if I put down another 20 to make it £90, which is £45 a piece. What do you think? And here comes David to fill us in.
As far as I know, they would have been used by tribesmen perhaps all the way through the 18th, 19th century and up into the early part of the 20th century. Nowadays, they are more ceremonial, and of course, there is tourist quality. 60 to 80 is the estimation from our independent valuers. I think that's a little bit on the conservative side, but they don't bring a great deal. I'm going to say, in my opinion, about its money, but you can gamble if you wish, and I'd be delighted to take it to the auction, but I don't think there would be a lot more after commission.
So, Terry, I think we've both heard what David's got to say, and I know they're not rare items. I know they're just touristic items, but they are nice, and I'd quite like having a go at selling them. But I think with £90, I'm all the way there.
Yes, we have a deal and a handshake on the way, yes.
You're quite happy?
I'm very happy.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks
Thank you.
a lot. Thank you. The valuation was £80. I've got 90, so I'm happy with the deal. I'm £10 in profit.
I'll sell them. No worries.
Oh, Jan, you're in a confident mood. We'll see if she can slice herself a profit later. A rather splendid table decoration is next for Cheryl Hagney.
Well, this is a great centrepiece. These are still fantastic sellers, very, very decorative, usable, and it looks in fantastic condition. I am really going to try and buy this.
You're sounding keen, Cheryl. Maureen's invested £200 restoring her centrepiece. So the Duke and auctioneer William Rouse are watching closely to make sure that Maureen at least gets her money back.
Now tell me about your centrepiece.
Well, I inherited this centrepiece from my great aunt a few years back, and I want to sell it because my boys, they wouldn't want it anyway.
And have you used it at all?
No, we've had it just packed away.
Oh, that's a shame. Now down here we've got this engraving, 1874, Christmas, 1899. What does that mean?
I don't really know. I've got no idea what it means. What
It's a bit
all
of a
about,
mystery.
Yes.
25 years, so
Yes.
maybe an anniversary
That's what I
of
was
some
wondering.
kind.
That's what my husband said, it could be something like that.
Well, you can imagine this, can't you, in
Yes.
Victorian times, in the middle of a big dining table.
With fruit.
And usually here, the flowers came out of this top
Yes.
piece here, and then all the fruit, or sometimes
That's right.
chocolates, or little sweetmeats, things like that. And some really grand houses would have 3 or 4 of these down the dining table. Now, I think this has been replated at some point, Maureen. Can you remember that at all?
Yes, we had it done.
Now, as a dealer, we're not really that keen on things that they've been replated. We
Yes.
quite like them in their natural
Yes.
state.
So we did the wrong thing then, like getting it plated.
Well, there's an argument for and an argument against.
Now, William, silver plate, I can already feel you're cringing. It is not the easiest thing to sell in its original, slightly worn condition, and this dear lady spent £200 having it replated. First of all, did she do the right thing by spending the £200?
Well, it's a really difficult one because, of course, I don't know what it looked like before. Having said that, £200 is an awful lot of money because it doesn't make it worth £200 more.
Okay. Now, we have various estimations. They're all within 180, 250. I think there is 1, 2 to 3. I'm going to have to explain to her the sad truth that on this occasion, taking it for restoration has not necessarily, as William says, enhanced it. I'm sure Cheryl, our dealer, is going to like this. Let's see what she puts on the table.
Any idea what you might do with the money if you did sell it today?
I'd like to go on a holiday.
Very nice. Well, let's see if we can get you off on holiday. Let's get straight in there with £100. No. Right. 120, Maureen. It's a firm shake of the head there. 140. No. There's £160, Maureen, on the table. Here's David.
Well, it's a sporting offer, 160. Now, it perhaps wants a little bit of polishing, and it'll tone itself down. It's a little bit sharp and bright at the moment. But the good news is, all this, the cut glass trays and trumpets, are perfect condition. £200 to £300 is the estimation. I think we need to be somewhere around the £200 at least to get the money back for your silver plating. Thereafter, it's up for grabs. It's about its money.
All right, thank you.
Well, I'm going to put a bit more on the table, Maureen. I've not quite finished anyway. So, let's take that up to £200. No commission to pay.
No.
What do you think to 200?
A bit more.
A bit more. What about then 220? And that gives me a bit of a chance to earn myself a little profit. Do we have a deal, Maureen?
Yes, we do.
Lovely. Thank you very much for bringing it along, and enjoy your holiday.
You got there in the end, Cheryl. Well done. Coming up, David spots an extraterrestrial on Jan's table.
When I first saw this, it's a Japanese Kobe toy, but I thought,
But will Jan's bid be out of this world? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Milford and Essex. Linda's next with Michael Hogben.
Brought in today 2 Royal Dalton figurines, and I'd like to take no less than £150.
Now, my mum and dad in Australia collect Dalton figurines. Could be buying them.
Looks like you're at the right table, Linda.
Why are you selling them today?
My husband actually has never liked them. My aunt left them to me, and he's always hated them, so taking up a lot of space.
Are you a collector of Dalton? Or?
Not really, no.
They started off in sort of 1890, 1900. A guy called Henry Noak was the first designer of these sort of figurines.
Oh, right.
And most of these figurines are priced by the number on the bottom.
Right.
So when you turn it over, it's a lovely reference because you get the Dalton mark on the bottom.
Yes.
And then you get the HN number.
Oh, right.
Some people think that's house number. It's actually Henry Noak, the guy who designed all of the figurines.
Okay, I didn't know
So,
that. Yeah.
it's, you know, and they're so well painted and decorated.
Yeah, they are. Right.
This one is the
Masked seller.
the masked seller, that one there.
Yeah.
And this one, same sort of mark at the bottom, but a different number. And this is the
Carpet seller.
The carpet seller. And what a nice carpet he's selling. I quite like them. My mum and dad in Australia collect these, you know.
Oh, really?
But they like the lady figures.
Yeah.
So, should we talk money?
Yeah, fine.
I hope I'm not too mean when I say to you 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 pounds.
If you could squeeze out a bit more.
I'll go another £10, but I feel like I'm pretty much done at that one.
what was your expectation, Linda, when you came in here today?
A little bit more than that.
A bit more
really.
than that?
Yeah, yeah.
problem is nowadays, the interior of our homes are very different. When I started in this business 30 years ago, there were lots of families that had display cabinets, that had lots of knick-knacks. Nowadays, it's called clutter.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't want clutter.
Very sad.
Now, you put down 110, Hoggy.
Yeah.
100 to 150 seems to be the estimated area. Is that it, Hoggy?
Well,
Can we
David,
persuade you on
Another
this?
little bit more.
how much would you like to make you happy?
What shall I say?
Well, I'll go along with you.
Oh, right.
Is it-
Another 20?
Yeah, I'll give you another 20.
Okay.
Okay.
My job
Yeah.
is done.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yeah, thanks,
Hang on a
David.
minute. Is he all right? I've never seen him as generous. Tell you what, you've cracked it, darling. I've never seen him give so much money.
Thank you.
Oh, dear. There's my £20.
Thank you very much.
And I don't mind that. I'm happy with that. I'll
Okay.
send them to Australia to my parents.
It's a deal.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Linda. Make sure you spend it on something nice. Across the room, Sue's gearing up to tempt Jam with a truly unusual little item.
I brought in a little toy on behalf of my friend and she's told me not to take anything less than £80 for it.
Well, Sue's got her orders. Let's hope she's good at haggling.
Oh, would you like to tell me about this little curiosity you brought in?
Yes, I'm selling it on behalf of my friend. It was her grandmother's.
And here it is,
Well,
sitting
here
on
it
the
is.
table now. Well, it's nice to see that it's in its original box. And here we can see quite clearly Kobe toys. I think it's probably about turn of the century, Japanese, I believe. And it's really rather amusing because when we push him along, we can see his little neck comes up and he bangs away with his hammer. He is just a little bit of fun. It is wood. It's just quite fine, quite finely done. And whether there was something that went through the
looks
front
like,
there,
doesn't there?
I
Yes.
reckon it had a bar. And actually, if I'm absolutely honest, I think there might have been something in front pulling it so that the bar was through there with the two holes and there was something, because it seems strange that they would run along the floor.
Floor like that, yes.
But anyway, we'll put some money down and see how near I am and whether you want to take my money. So I'll put down 20, 30 pounds. Am I miles away?
Quite a bit away.
Well, I have to take into consideration there is a little bit of damage. So I think what I'm willing to do is take away that 10 and put down another 20 to make it 40 pounds. Here comes David to my rescue.
When I first saw this, it's a Japanese Kobe toy, but I thought, oh. It reminded me of E.T. in a way. An amusing little Japanese toy, circa 1900, unusual, collectible, still in working condition, 80 to 120 pounds, and I think well worth that range. No question, 40 pounds, call auction. That's what I'm going to say. See you at the auction.
Well, I've got to be honest, Sue, and say there's no way I'm going to go up £80, 120. What I am going to do, just as a gesture, and I know you're not going to take it, is put £45 down, but I have a feeling you're going to auction.
Yes, going to go to auction.
Off to auction it
Yes.
is. I wish you all the best.
Thank
Thanks
you very much. Thank you.
I hope it rolls away to a great big success story, but I have my doubts.
Will Jam be right? Let's head straight to the sale room and find out.
On the dealer's day, Sue came along with a rather interesting 20th century Japanese Kobe toy. She can't make it here today, and I'm looking after her interests. Is it going to make more than £45? Well, it should do, and it's coming up now. Let's see what it brings.
And what am I bid to start me? Start me, £50 for it. I'm bid 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75.
There's a reserve of £80 on this. It's at £80. It's at the reserve.
85 in the doorway. In the doorway then at 85. Against me then, £85 in the doorway. It's going to sell for 85. £85.
Gambler's just gone down at £85. Take away the commission, and it's very close to £70. And that's the amount that we will be sending on to Sue I'm sure she will be pleased, because that's the real deal.
Back in the den, and a campaign medal is next for Henry.
This is definitely going to be a piece I'm going to attempt to buy, but there are one or two little condition issues with it, so we'll see what the contributor has to say.
Well, Keith knows exactly what he wants.
Yes, I'm looking at between 150 up to 170 for it. I don't know much about it, but I think it's worth that amount.
Let's see if you're right, Keith.
A Victorian campaign medal.
Yes.
Let's have a look to see where it's from. OK, it's the China campaign of 1900.
1900.
So where did the medal come from, Keith?
From my father-in-law.
OK.
He left some other medals, and this, I've had them for about 10 years now. Just have been in the drawer.
So is it a family-related medal? Or is it just, was your father a collector, or...?
No, he's just one that he got, I believe it's from his father.
Right, OK, so it is, there is a family connection there for it.
Yeah,
OK, great.
I believe so, yeah.
Well, as I say, it's from the China campaign of 1900, which was basically, this medal was actually awarded to troops that fought in the Boxer Rebellion in China. Well, let's just have a look at who the medal's awarded to. So it's A.J. Reimer, who was an orderly on HMS Dido.
Yeah.
OK. We do have one or two little condition issues. There's a few chips and a few knocks and bangs, which to a medal connoisseur does actually affect the value. Because medal collectors love them to be absolutely mint. So Keith, let's get some money out on the table. Let's see if I can tempt you. 20, 40, 60, 80 pounds.
No, I was looking for a bit more than that.
A little bit more than that, OK. Well, I'm going to go a little bit more than that, but it was just for starters. See if I could get it perhaps a little bit cheaper than normal. £100, £120, £130. How does that seem to you?
It's not bad, it's not bad.
Not bad. Let me guess, but you want some more.
Yes. You know.
I do know, I'm getting used to this.
Yes.
OK. £150. I'm getting sort of close to where I want to be because, like I say, the problem that we've got with it are the few little knocks around the rim.
Well, can you not make that £10 note a £20 note?
Do I really want to give 160 quid?
I think you do, yeah.
I could give you a job, actually. You'd be very good in my shop.
Yeah.
Go on, then. £160. Keith, do we have a deal?
Yes, we have a deal.
Splendid. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
I've given top money for it, but I still think I could squeeze a little bit of a profit out of there. I've got one or two collectors of that particular campaign, so let's hope.
Coming up, Hoggy hears those dreaded words.
Please, if you can, Mr. Hogner, same as Oliver Twist, could we have a little bit more?
Please, sir.
But will this artful dealer bag himself for gold?
Where have you been? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Let's catch up with Cheryl. Some unusual bowls have arrived at her table.
These little pearl dishes, quite desirable and usable. Very nice. Shall try and buy them.
But how much is Jonathan after?
I would like in excess of £70, hopefully, but we'll have to see.
Best of luck.
So this is a very interesting lot that you brought along today. Tell me what you know about it.
I don't know too much about the make and where it was manufactured and made. However, I do know they did belong to an aunt of my late mum, and this was some of the stuff that my mum inherited from her. However, when my late mother died in 1996, one of my two sisters was clearing out her flat, and basically she said to me, you best have this, and she shared it out amongst her and our other sister.
OK. And have you any idea what these little bowls, dishes would have been used for?
I've got an idea, but I might make a fool of myself by making a suggestion. Was it something to do with gravy and stuff like that? I'm not sure.
Well, do you know, it sort of got me a little bit as well, to be honest. At first I thought, is it something quite posh, like you would put a mussel, a single mussel, and are these just part of a very big set, or maybe an oyster might have sat in it, or is it for salt and pepper? So even I'm a bit puzzled,
That's what I can only think of. I don't know what you do with it.
So we've got silver bases here, and on the date letter we've got London 1907. Quite desirable, I think. I like the mother of pearl. It makes them look very attractive. What would you do with the money if you sold them to who? Me today?
Well, it's my 30th wedding anniversary coming up at the end of January. Got plans to do something, maybe go abroad to Amsterdam for the weekend with my wife. So maybe I will put that towards that.
Very good. Well, we'll get some cash out then and see if I can buy these from you. Right, let's go and see what you think. To 20, 40, 50 pounds.
Not bad, but I was hoping for a bit more.
A lot more or a bit
If
more?
I could get a lot more, yes.
That was a silly question, Cheryl, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
So, let's take that 10 away then. There's a little bit more there, 60. What do you think to 60 pounds?
I was hoping nearer to 80.
Let's just see if we can make it a bit better. There's another 5, 65.
You could make it 70.
I think I'd struggle. I think I'm going to earn a very small profit. Okay. I'm not, as I said, I'm not entirely sure exactly what they are and what they're for, but I just quite like them. They're silver and I like the mother of pearl, but £65 in cash, I'm not being hard.
Okay then.
We have a deal.
We have a deal.
Well, if I find out exactly what they're for, I will let you know, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Now, let's see what Zaid has brought in for Hoggy.
Yeah, today I've brought along a gold chain that was given to me by my brother on my wedding 17 years ago. We're moving house soon. I'm trying to get as much money as I possibly can for it.
I like buying and selling gold. It's an easy thing to sell, and it's bought and sold on weight. If I can get that for 400, maybe 420 tops, I'll make a small profit, which is what I'm here for. Where did you get it from?
My brother gave it to me as a wedding gift 17 years ago. It had a pendant on it, which it just slipped off, and then I've kept that safe ever since.
Yeah. The thing with gold, as I know you know, that it's got a value now in its scrap content. And this is 22 karat gold, which in 24 is the best, 22 is second best.
Yeah.
So the grams of this is high value.
Okay.
And it's a really nice colour gold. I love 22 karat gold. I always think it's too good to scrap because it's just got that nice glow to it for me.
Pretty, yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. You know, it's a nice chain. But at the end of the day, we do buy and sell this on values of the gold on the day, really. And it goes up and it goes down. Should we talk money?
Want to? Yeah. Please. Yeah.
Well, we won't mess around with the blue ones, the £20 notes. We go straight with these the red ones. Shall we? So 50, 100, 50, 200. Getting there, aren't we? 50, 300, 350. I'm going to go straight in at what is going to be near my final offer, £400.
Right.
Because that is about the value of it.
Okay.
Zyda, I could have gone in at 300, 320, 350. David, I went straight in, full wham, 400.
Not a bad judge.
Thank you.
But our independent valuers are saying 4 to 450, and I can tell you the precious metal value is £490.
Okay.
So we're saying, please, if you can, Mr. Hogburn, could we have a little bit more? We know you want to make a profit, but we would like. Same as Oliver Twist, could we have a little bit more?
Please, sir.
What would make you happy, Zyda?
I have no idea.
I'll give you an idea. I will go, and this is going to be my final offer.
Right.
£420.
Absolute final.
Absolutely. If you take it to auction and that sells for 400 quid, you're going to lose 15% commission. Plus, on top of that 400, they've got to pay a buyer's premium of 15%, which means they're going to pay 460, which is roughly about the right price for it. So
the reason I'm doing that, I'm checking his health because he seems to be giving a lot of money today.
Really?
Hoggy, you're giving good prices today.
Since I turned 60, David, I'm a changed man. I'm a
60?
changed man.
I remember when you were 60 yonks ago.
No, please don't say that.
Okay. I'm just coming in to say 420, not a bad price. At this stage, I'm going to say, I thought he was sick, but he's giving a good price.
I think it's a deal then, Michael. Thank you.
Sir.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Pleasure. I was so pleased to buy that at 420 because that was the price I had in mind. And yes, there is a small profit.
We'll see if Hoggy's called it right in just a few moments. Also coming up, Henry's eyes land on the King of Watches.
Breitling are one of the most coveted watch manufacturers in the world.
But will he lay down enough cash to impress Bernard?
No, nowhere near. Nowhere near at all.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Milford and Essex. For our last deal of the day, we're with Henry, and he seems a little wound up about his next item.
How exciting, a Breitling Cosmonaut. Could be a good deal to be had here.
Can you meet Bernard's high hopes?
In terms of price, really, I'm expecting something like £3,000.
Well, Bernard, here's hoping Henry meets your expectations.
Bernard, good to see you. Well, what a lovely watch you brought in to show me, a Breitling Cosmonaut. What's the history of it? How have you come to own it?
Well, I was given this watch by my brother
about
some 15, 16 years ago.
Right.
I've kept it for all this while. I've never used it. The reason being that I didn't even know what Breitling is up until 6 months ago.
Right.
That's when I got to know how valuable it is.
Okay, so, I mean, what a generous brother.
Yeah, indeed.
I wish my brother was as generous.
Indeed.
Breitling are one of the most coveted watch manufacturers in the world. I mean, they rank alongside the likes of Rolex, Omega, Patek Philippe. They're very, very highly collected, very highly sought after. It's a lovely, lovely model. It looks to me to be the original strap to it. The condition of it is absolutely wonderful, even down to the fact that if we turn it over on the back, look at that, you can tell that's never been worn, never been worn. It's a very, very nice thing. So I think I'm not really going to mess about. I'm just going to get some money out and see what we can do, really.
Thank you. Let's see it.
So straight away, I can lay down, there's £1,000. 51, 52, 53, 54, 50, 500. £1,500, Bernard. How does that seem? No, nowhere near?
No.
But here comes the Duke. David, what do you think?
Well, watches, as we all know, Bernard, very desirable today, very collectible. Amongst the names, of course, is this Breitling group here. £2,000 to £3,000 is where the estimation is. 1,500 is maybe a bit on the light side. I'd like to see more money.
Thanks, David. £1,600, £1,650, £1,700.
No.
How much is going to buy it?
We can do better than that. I mean, between 2,000 and 3,000.
1,800. Sure?
It's too far.
Too far. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Can try, Henry.
1,900, £2,000.
I know this dealer. When he says, I know where I want to be, that means finish. £2,000, not a bad offer. I would have thought 2.5 is its money, so I'm going to say you're close. It's your call. If you go to the auction, you've got to make 2,500 to come out with more than here. But you know, 2,000 quid, cash, guaranteed, walk out of the room today. It takes a bit of turning down.
I think that David's right. I think, I mean, this is the top offer that I want to make here for it, but it's entirely possible. I mean, if you get 2 people in the sale room that want that model, it could fly past 2.5. But the call is yours. What's your decision? Are you going to go to auction or are you going to take the money?
I will take the money.
You're going to take the money?
Yeah.
OK, Bernard, thank you very much indeed. Pleasure.
Not quite the 3,000 you were after, Bernard, but it's still a hefty sum. How's Henry feeling about his big spend?
I've given top dollar for it. As long as there's a profit, that's all that matters.
Well, Henry wasn't the only one in a generous mood today, with only one item getting away to auction. But have our dealers made a profit on their buys? Jan was confident about the Islamic daggers, despite paying over the odds at £90.
Well, I understand I've paid £10 here or there over the odds. I'm sure I'll get a profit on them. I'll sell them.
And indeed she did. And Cheryl?
£65 in cash.
OK then.
Well, if I find out exactly what they're for, I will let you know, Jonathan.
And true to her word, she did. They turned out to be for salt and pepper. Either way, she made a tasty turnover when she sold them on. And that centrepiece she paid £220 for filled her purse even further. Hoggy dug deep to get the gold necklace.
If I can get that for 400, maybe 420 tops, I'll make a small profit, which is what I'm here for.
A small profit, eh, Hoggy? His £420 outlay turned into a tidy moneymaker. But he wasn't after a profit on the Dalton figurines.
There's my £20.
Thank you very much.
And I don't mind that, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'll send them to Australia to my parents.
It's a deal.
That leaves us with Henry, who was today's biggest spending dealer. But did it pay off for him? He forked out £160 for the medal.
I've given top money for it, but I still think I could squeeze a little bit of a profit out of there.
And he did just that. He also squeezed a little more out of the sovereigns he bought for £170. His biggest outlay by far was £2,000 for that watch, but he only managed to get a measly £1 profit back. Better luck next time, Henry.
I've really enjoyed today. I just hope you have. There's been a great crowd of people here. They've brought along their treasures. They've sat down with our dealers. They've done the business, buying and selling everything you could ask for on this show. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you